back, you guys. Episode 94 of Zero Carb Journal. I'm Matt, as always, and nice to see you guys. Good morning. How are you? Did you have a good week? Did you make some progress? I bet you did great. I had an awesome week, you guys. It was so good. It was just wonderful. Tons of progress. Feeling really good. Yeah, it was awesome. So it's 7:15. There's my Oh, how about that? I need a new battery. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. As always, I'm lighting challenged. It's still dark in the morning, and I haven't quite gotten my act together yet. So, anyways, good morning. 7:15 here on a Sunday morning. I'm just getting started. I've been up for a little while, waiting for the light to come in the sky here, but yeah. So it's been. I guess I'll do my weather report. I always do that, huh? Part of the journal, I guess. It's been pouring rain and freezing here. It's unbelievable. We've had the craziest September. Haven't seen the sun almost at all. It's been in 40s. It's 45 out there right now. It was like 41 overnight. Almost freezing. Well, it's a little ways away from there. I'm subject to hyperbole, I guess. um, And yeah, it's been cold and wet, is what I'm trying to say. So I've been busy. I've had a lot of boat work. The house, we're in the last week of the house turning over. I've been struggling with getting that clean and tuned up. Struggling with my last existing roommate. He's fine. He's just been having a good time, partying and not being here. And I've been trying to get stuff clean. But we got it worked out. I had a great weekend. Got a lot done in there. I've been busting my butt, going to the dump back and forth. And working in the shop on my van in my free time, and just really feeling good, you guys. Really stoked. Work's been great. Finished a nice 55-foot oyster scow this week, and it came out really well. I felt pretty good about that, and helped some other people fix some things. Had some successes at work, and I've got some good work coming up. Kind of getting into the swing of this next big boat I'm gonna build out at another shop, and yeah, so that's going well, and I've just been putting my time in, trying to move forward and make progress. So from a zero carb perspective, from a zero carb standpoint, this has been a good week for me, and as always, I'm continuing to learn. So Robin, you're gonna laugh. I didn't eat bacon this week all week. And as you guys know, I've been eating quite a bit of bacon, especially it seems like when I go on the road trips, I really start eating bacon, then I come home and I just continue it. And then I kind of get sicker and sicker, or not as good, I guess would be a better way to say that. I'm not really super sick, but at any rate, I didn't eat bacon this week, and what a difference. And that's why you're going to laugh, Robin, because I know we worked that out like 2 years ago. I remember you saying, bacon's just a special treat for me, I've learned. And I said, yeah, me too. And I didn't learn. And I still probably haven't learned. I'll probably still bounce back and forth between those modes, I would say. Because when I don't have bacon like this week, my burgers are a little lean. And so I eat a lot of it. And that brings up other issues. And I do feel sort of like I crave some fat when I'm just eating my burgers. So somewhere there's a happy medium, but the bacon isn't it. I sure do love the bacon. It does a lot of good for me, but it also does come with definitely more trips to the bathroom, definitely more late night trips, less control, more urgency, looser stools. It just definitely kind of drives me back towards the dark side, as it were. It's not bad. It doesn't really make me sick. I don't go too far. I don't feel inflamed. I don't seem to really continue to deteriorate, but I do just start having real liquid stools with the inability to really control it. I wake up with real urgent urges. And over the past few months, I've had a few accidents. Yeah, like in the old days that I used to. Nothing bad, but trusting things I shouldn't have. And that doesn't happen when I'm not eating bacon. So This week I have gone back to just my own homegrown beef and lamb burgers, and the difference is pretty profound. I did couple nights into it. I woke up late at night with some urgent needs to use the toilet, and I was like, oh, maybe it's not the bacon. Maybe the bacon's not making a difference. But that was just me getting rid of whatever it is in the bacon that does that to me. Because as the week progressed, I got firmer and less urgent, and now I'm, to the point where really this is really unusual for me. Most of you might not be a big deal, but to where I can wake up in the morning and put fire in the fireplace and, kind of move slowly towards the restroom. Normally I've got seconds from when I open my eyes to when I make it to the toilet, and that's in the old days. And when I'm eating bacon, it's a lot the same. But when I'm just eating my beef and lamb, not so much urgency, much more control, much less fear of accidents and things like that. So yeah, there you go, Robin. You were right. It's the same for me, but I sure enjoy the bacon, and it comes with some upsides for me as well, because it does make me less of my burger, so I kind of get a little bit less full feeling, like full with regards to the amount of food I eat. I don't need to eat as much food to feel full, I guess what I'm trying to say. And what other upsides does it come with? I don't know, just the energy's been great and all that, because I'm eating more fat. I don't know. Anyways, that was my week. Just beef and lamb. No bacon. Feeling good. I've got a lot of bacon in my fridge and freezer, though, because I stocked up, so I will probably go back to bacon. Maybe try not to do it every day. It's hard. Once I start, it's sort of addicting, like every meal I want it then. So yeah, so there's that. And what else have I noticed? So this week, I again noted my energy, and it's because I've had a lot to do, I think. But boy, it's been phenomenal. I went down to my shop at maybe 8 o'clock in the morning the other day. I didn't come back up here till 6 in the evening. That's really unusual for me. But I felt great, and I didn't feel, I wasn't pushing that hard. It just was natural. I was actually really surprised to find out what time it was when I came back up here. So, and it's been like that all week. My energy's just been great, and I wore myself out yesterday, and I woke up today feeling like I could go do more. So, in the past I was real fatigued, and if fatigue would catch up with me, and I'd know for sure I needed to rest on the weekends, and that's all starting to fade. Isn't that amazing? It's as the more time goes on, as I get farther away from, my sickest, my lowest point, I just continue to improve, and I'm just so incredibly pleased, and it's really incredible to me that that it's all really brought about by this way of eating. I have really let myself relax on a lot of what were my early, what earlier I considered to be mandatory parts of my therapy program. So I've been exercising a little less. I've been trying to save energy. That's probably part of why I have so much energy to work, because I've been trying to save some for work. I'm at the end of my 90-day goals round. As you guys know, I do goals in 90-day rounds, and I finished the round this week, so I have a break week now coming up. And so I usually take those and kind of back off from my workouts at the end of these, and try and focus a little more on some other stuff. But yeah, my energy's just been great. I've been feeling positive and looking forward to the future. It's just so different than where I was, and honestly, it's all thanks to Zero Carb. I mean, I worked so hard to make routines and change my lifestyle and do, regular exercise, and I changed so many things, positive thinking and meditation and yoga, and I changed so many things about my routine to try and build myself to this point, and they were all useful, don't get me wrong. It's not that they weren't valuable, but really what it comes down to is I just was eating wrong the whole time, and if I had just been eating right, I do feel like I wouldn't have had such a challenge to get here. So, and I think that's the biggest component, is really the Zero Carb is what's given me the ability to be mentally healthy and physically healthy. So yeah, so I'm just feeling great, you guys. Really stoked for well, I'm not that stoked for the winter because I've got these boats to build, and they're tall boats, which means they don't fit in the shops, and so the they have big Quonset huts outside that they put the tall boats in. So I'm going to be working in the freezing cold again. That's always hard on me. But that's okay. I am really looking forward to the winter and to having some work and getting myself financially ahead again. Put myself a little behind this fall, but not bad. And actually just really looking forward to setting myself up for the next stages. I've been going through this process of figuring out what I'm enjoying and what I want to do, and now I'm finding I really do enjoy that. When I'm not working, that life on the road has been so enjoyable to me, and part of it I think is because when I'm here in my little shack, I realized a few years ago when I built this place, I was like, what do I really need? And I was like, well, I don't do much when I'm home. I'm usually outside. When I'm home, I just kind of need my place to cook and a comfortable place to sit and read, and my music and guitars and the internet to keep making progress. That's about it. And so what I'm excited about is now we've got to this point where you can do that anywhere. I've got mobile internet, and that was kind of the one last thing keeping me tied to one place. So yeah, so I'm sort of excited about in between I've had a lot of work, so who knows, maybe it won't stop. But in the past, traditionally, I've like I said, worked for half the year, and then I'd have a few months where the boat shops would be slow and I wouldn't be working. So I'm kind of hoping that schedule comes back so I can float around in my van, and I'm just getting things a little more figured out in terms of how to stay connected and how to stay productive and be able to basically live my life and keep connected and keep working from anywhere. A lot of the work I do for those boat companies is just design work, and that's all online. And as I progress here, I'm hoping to start phasing out of the physical wiring. Of course, it's really lucrative, and there's a lot of it right now, so I'm not at a place where I can do that. But eventually, I'd love to just be able to drift around and work from anywhere. So I've kind of got that in the going with my selling my plans and doing the electrical design. So I'm just hoping to develop that a little more, and I'm just so excited about it. I've been having so much fun setting up the van, and yeah, I'm just doing great, you guys, in general. Really stoked and looking forward to the future, which is nice. It's a good sign for me because in the past I didn't always do that. So yeah, so it's going to be a short, sweet one today, as it has been for the last few. I'm kind of settling into fall. I don't have a lot of new, exciting stuff to share. And really, it's just the same old story, you guys. I'm just staying the course, eating my beef and lamb, no salt, no supplements, drinking water, not worrying too much about the details, not sweating the nutritional data or any of that stuff, as always. And come to find out, nutrition isn't that complicated. We just need to not get out into the weeds with the stuff that makes us feel bad. So yeah, so that's enough, I think, for today. I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. I've got some exciting stuff planned for the day, cleaning up the house, doing the floors. Last day of the month is tomorrow, so he's going to kind of get down there and do some deep cleaning. And yeah, so I'll be back next week. We'll talk about what's new. Hopefully I'll have something new to share with you guys, but I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you're making good progress and feeling good. And I can't tell you, as always, you guys, thank you so much for all your support and kind comments. It makes a big difference to me. So thank you very much for listening and watching, and hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next week. All right, thanks. See you guys.